Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope everybody has had a peaceful, positive, and productive day today. If not, I pray that your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and of course the Most High help you with that. I also pray that He clothes us in His armor from head to toe, that He strengthens our discernment and guides our steps as well throughout this day and all of our days. It's a little later in the day today, so we're not gonna go with the mantras and stuff, but I kind of wanted to talk about something before we get started. Something that has really been strong today is breaking patterns, realizing the pattern, and having the wisdom to break the pattern. That pattern could be different for any of us, whether that's a pattern of your work, or repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Apply that however you see fit, but acknowledging those unhealthy patterns, forgiving yourself for those unhealthy patterns, and putting your best foot forward in attempting to break those patterns. Easier said than done, I realize. And, some of those patterns are rooted deeper than others. Depending on what it is, it could be something that you've done ever since you were a kid. Or, it could be something a habit that you developed as a coping mechanism for some kind of trauma you experienced. Fill in the blank of what it is for you, but, in the last couple months, we've really talked a lot about harnessing the winter time energy and really going into hibernation, reflecting internally, not only about our external world, but also about our spiritual well-being and growth and understanding of ourselves and of the world around us, the people around us. Maybe that's a unhealthy habit that needs to be broken. The type of people that you surround yourself with, that share your energy with. It's very important to be aware of the energy that people carry, but also understand how it affects you on multiple different levels. All right, so we're going to do things a little different today. I've still got our stacks from where we kind of separated them before. So I guess what I'm going to do is just pull one random from each stack. And we'll see how that goes. I'm going to try to shorten these videos a little bit. So maybe, I'll get a little bit more viewage. And if nothing else, people will be a little bit more willing to stick around and watch the whole thing. So, that being said, we're going to start off with a Wild Offering Oracle. Oh, look at that. Divine Timing flew right out. I don't know if that was on camera or not, but I am a little bumped and bruised today. I've got band-aids on my hands, so I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to shuffle. But look at that. Divine timing. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust in your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. We got patience on the bottom of the deck. Be patient for that divine timing. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. And then we got clarity on the top of the deck. So be patient. Clarity's coming. You know, a lot of times we receive clarity in some of the most unexpected ways. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. Yeah, we talked about that a lot last time. Having the courage, being brave enough to truly listen to your intuition. Patience has been coming up a lot lately. A lot. All right, now we'll get a chakra wisdom affirmation. Reading a little bit deeper into the divine timing, you know, going back to what came up strong in the last pull about the letting go, being willing to let go, being patient during the waiting for the new to come in. A lot of times that in-between time is when we have a tendency to self-sabotage because we get impatient, we get tired of waiting and want to do it all ourselves. We got bliss, grace, and generosity. We're not going to keep all those. I just wanted to acknowledge them. We just want one. I can't really shuffle the same way as I normally do right now. That one finger's so bandaged up. All right. Second chakra, sacral chakra, well-being. We got instinct on the bottom of the deck and self-worth and self-esteem on the top of the deck. I honor and respect my body by giving it what it deserves to thrive. I provide myself with the best food, exercise, water, relaxation, therapeutic treatments, and thoughts. I only consume foods and liquids that were designed by nature to be in my body. I stimulate my body's energy flow with exercise. I make time to rest as stillness and tranquility are vital to keep my mind and body rejuvenated. Taking responsibility for your well-being, making positive choices, making healthy choices, you know, going back to the habits, you know, that could whoa. Nature, story of my life, abundance, playfulness. That could really be something that we could probably all work on. Making healthier choices as far as the food and liquids that we consume. Wow. Okay. I don't know. I may not be able to shuffle these. All right. Making those small little changes over time when it comes to making changes with your food and just your diet in general, what you consume, if you try to make all the changes all at once, it can be very overwhelming to the point where you just give up. It's better to make smaller adjustments, do it a little bit at a time. We say it often, smaller steps to accomplish a bigger goal. So instead of, going through your kitchen and throwing, okay, pause. That being said, something that I have tried to become a lot more aware of because it's happening with a lot of products that I would not have thought that I had to worry about it. I'll show you an example. Hold on. It's called bioengineered food products. And this is something that I could not believe it said it. Contains bioengineered food ingredients. I know I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to see it on camera, but you might be able to. So there it is, if you can see it. I don't know. But this is Tostitos Creamy Spinach Dip. Now, I've been aware of the bioengineered food products for a while, or food ingredients for a while now. And at one time, I went through my entire kitchen and removed everything that said it contained bioengineered food ingredients. Well, when I bought the dip, I didn't even think to look because I don't know why. I just assumed that something like that wouldn't have it in them. But if I was going to make any suggestions on where to start as far as making positive choices with your food that you consume, that's where I would start. Go through your kitchen, go through your cabinets, go through your refrigerator, and find all the stuff that has bioengineered food ingredients and get rid of it. I just got that dip today, so that's the only reason it's still here. But nonetheless, just that, if I had to make any suggestion on where to start, that's where I would start. And then obviously sodas. That's one thing that I'm really struggling with. I've gotten to where I limit myself. I only have 120-ounce a day. But, there are people that drink between sodas and energy drinks and, they don't ever drink water or, something that's actually good for them. Courage. We just saw that last time. And I mentioned that already. Courage. No one is fearless. No one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. So having the courage to make those changes, having the courage to wait on divine timing, whatever clarity comes with that timing, that's going to depend on your situation. Maybe pray about it. Ask your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and the Most High. Ask them to bring you clarity if it's something that you're really struggling with. But that being said, when you ask for them to show you clarity or bring you clarity or, to give you a sign or whatever, you also have to remember to open up your mind, open up your heart, and open up your eyes to be able to observe, see, understand the signs when they're shown to you. Because the universe uses a lot of different ways to communicate with us. It's not just one way. If you want to think of it in terms of like an algorithm, there is no set algorithm, as there's no limitations. They have the whole world of options on ways to communicate with you, numbers, animals, other people, social media, especially children. Spirit uses children a lot because children are more open-minded. They're willing to receive. They're not worried so much about being judged. Children have a tendency to speak freely, just like they love freely. All right, now we're going to pull some angel numbers. Self-care 1515. That kind of lines up with the well-being that we already got for the sacral chakra. Taking care of your body internally as well as externally. Okay. Angel. There we go. Okay. 0, new beginnings. 12 choices. 21 energetic balance. 18 meant for success. And 1133 crossroads. We're not going to read all these. I just wanted to acknowledge them. Fresh start, opportunities, creation, hope, positivity, growth, decisions, stability, caution, focus, future, priorities, and clarity. Balance, harmony, progress, alignment, dreams, and favor. Decision, intuition, guidance, choice, path, trust, and direction. And success, purpose, change, prosperity, life path, and transformation. So definitely hitting a lot on making positive choices. Listening to your intuition. Wow. When you make those choices. 85, 233, 89, 000, 22. Yeah, that's way too many. Okay. All right, we just want one, if possible. I'm struggling with the Band-Aids, for sure. All right. 8, abundance. 32, take charge. And 404, mind energy. We have seen all of those quite recently, actually. 89, you are worthy on the bottom of the deck. Harmony, be prepared, and walk away. We're going to stop there. Number 3, harmony, divine guidance, balance, relaxation, patience, and mindfulness. As the number of harmony, this card represents divine guidance and direction. Embrace the benefits of relaxation. Take your time and think before you speak or act. How can I bring more harmony into my life by being mindful and patient in my actions? Today, practice mindfulness by taking a few deep breaths before making any important decisions or communicating with others. 3111, be prepared. Focus, preparation, trust, communication, adaptability, and decision making. Stay focused on your goals even when challenges arise. Keep an open mind, budget wisely, and trust yourself to make the best decisions. What steps can I take today to prepare myself for unexpected challenges? How can I maintain focus on my goals despite distractions? Create a plan or checklist for any upcoming projects or decisions. Be adaptable and trust your instincts when unforeseen changes occur. And then walk away. 929. Release, let go, new beginnings, self respect, moving on, and freedom. Let go of people and situations that no longer support your spiritual growth. You deserve love and respect, and it is your right to seek environments that honor your well being. Wow. What aspects of my life or relationships are no longer serving my highest good? How can I start moving away from these influences? Identify one relationship or situation that is holding you back and make a plan to gradually distance yourself from it. Focus focus on surrounding yourself with people and experiences that uplift and support you. What did I say at the very beginning of this video before we even touched the cards? Wow. All right. 3, 31, 11, and 929. Harmony, be prepared, and walk away. Do the walk away. The walk away. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You don't have to wait for a special occasion, for the new year, or whatever in your mind you think you have to wait for. If you have already gotten clarity that there are people, places, things, habits, thought patterns, whatever that you need to break free from, then you need to work on doing that. Hold on, I gotta go get my tea. I set it down somewhere, I guess. I figured out which one it is that makes my tea so bitter. It's marshmallow root. That stuff, it's I don't even know how to describe the taste, but you got to mix it with other stuff because by itself it is awful. All right, because our angel number cards talked about mindfulness, we'll pull from the mindfulness deck today. Being mindful of your own energy, being mindful of how you react to people, places, situations. It didn't say it this way, but basically practicing the pause before you make any rash decisions. Be careful not to make quick decisions when you're emotional. Whatever emotional you're dealing with, whether it's anger, jealousy, sadness, regret, shame, whatever. If you are in an emotional frame of mind, do not make any life-altering decisions at that time. Obviously, I mean, yes, if you're in danger or anything like that, obviously, yes, do that now. But as far as like, okay, I'll use me as an example. I did this. Just spur of the moment, decided that to sell my property. And then after reality set in of what I had done, I very much regretted it. So that's an example of something crazy I did when I was in a very emotional frame of mind. So I'm not saying that I did it for the wrong reasons per se, but it can happen. So make sure you really think it through, and think it through when you're level-headed and not when you're in a hissy. All right, mindfulness oracle. That's too many. We just want one, please. If that's possible. Hasn't seemed to be so far today. But I guess that's okay, seeing as we're not going to do all of them today. These two flipped over, but this is the one that flipped over first. Remember, this too will pass in time. Sometimes it feels like you are carrying the whole world, taking care of too much. Feel how Mother Earth carries you, calm, stable, and without pause. Wow. True friendship is to quietly listen, encourage, support, and raise hope. If you can do that for your friend, you can do that for yourself too. Wow. There you go. Read that again. True friendship is to quietly listen, encourage, support, and raise hope. If you can do that for a friend, you can do that for yourself too. Remember, this too will pass in time. Sometimes it feels like you're carrying the whole world, taking care of too much. Feel how Mother Earth carries you, calm, stable, and without pause. So it's okay for you to pause, because Mother Earth, the divine, your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, they never pause. They're always there. They've always got your back. They are friends that will never leave. They're friends that will never forsake you. They're friends that will never hurt you. All right. Now, let's see what... I also wanted to kind of drop a line about Abel Hart. If you've ever listened to him, he does like frequency / motivational type music. He came out with a new song. If You Don't Have Hope is what the name of the song is. It says, if you don't have hope, you can borrow mine tonight. The sun still rises even when you don't want to fight. Anyways, I don't remember all the words. It's a new song. I shared it on the community page, so you can find the link there, or you can just put it in the search bar. Abel Hart, If You Don't Have Hope. It's a good, it's very uplifting. It's very enjoyable. He doesn't have a video for it yet, so it's just audio, but still, it's nice. All right, so I guess now we'll do the love cards, because I said I was going to keep using those till Valentine's Day, so we'll go ahead and do those now. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody's had a good day today. I had to work most of the day, but I'm here now. The winter weather finally returned. I think the high for today was like 36. So winter weather is back. Everybody got kind of spoiled. We've been having Florida-like weather ever since Christmas, really. So everybody's like, why is it so cold? And it's like, it's winter time. It's supposed to be cold. All right. Let's get some love oracle messages. These are just temporary. We're not going to be using these all the time. I just thought it, you know, it was all very interesting how this deck ended up coming home with me. I definitely wasn't looking for one. Alicia Keys. Some people want it all, want nothing at all. Okay, maybe not. Just want everything. How interesting that a love song came on just as we were pulling out the love deck. I don't know. We may not get a message from here today. On silver platter. All right. I'm putting those away. I'm cool with that. Hey. It is what it is, bro. All right. So let's jump into the Unstoppable You. I really like this deck. No love messages today. I mean, you saw. I shuffled them, and I mean, the other cards were just falling out. And that one did not spit not a one. All right. The Unstoppable You Oracle. You're starting wiser. We just saw that one last time. You're not too much backing that. And we got it's safe to want more on the top of the deck. Look at that. Get out of your head. Let it be messy. A lot of the same cards. Turn the page. Look at that. Turn that page. Start a new chapter. Hell, throw the book on the shelf and start a new one. You're allowed to take up space. You're not too much. We've seen that one several times since we got this deck. It's safe to want more. But the one that came out, you're starting wiser. Yeah, that's like at the very end. I want to say 150. Yeah, look at that. I was right. It's on page 150. You didn't lose time. You gained experience. Renewal, perspective shift, self-compassion, growth through delay, wisdom earned, and trust in timing. Look at that. Trust in the timing. Message. You may feel like you're starting over. You're not starting from... Wait a minute. Let me start over. You may feel like you're starting over, but you're not starting from scratch. You're starting with insight, with lessons etched into your bones, with clarity you didn't have before. Every detour, delay, and heartbreak have shaped your strength. Every wrong turn refined your direction. This isn't a setback. It's a wiser beginning. This card is here to remind you you didn't lose time. You lived. You learned what matters. You discovered what you're made of. Now you get to begin again, but this time with deeper knowing, stronger boundaries, and a heart that's still open. Your past isn't baggage, it's your blueprint. Guidance. If you've been beating yourself up for how long it's taken, comparing your path to others, or grieving the time that you lost, this card invites you to shift the lens. What you gained along the way is invaluable. You are not late. You are ready. Let go of the idea that beginnings must be young, fast, or flawless. The truth is, your timing is perfect, and your wisdom is the gift. Journaling prompts. What have I learned from the path that brought me here? How am I better equipped now than I was when I first dreamed of this? Wow. What would change if I viewed this as a wiser beginning, not a late one? Grounding practice, wisdom inventory. Write a list titled What I Know Now. Include everything your journey has taught you about love, resilience, creativity, purpose, or self-worth. Let this list be proof that your growth has been real and your readiness is earned. The affirmation, I am not behind, I am becoming. I started again wiser and more powerful than ever. Action step. Release any lingering regret about the timing of your journey. Take one small step forward today from a place of confidence, not comparison. You are not starting over, you are starting stronger. So keep on trucking. Embrace the knowledge that and the clarity that has been gained. How a lot of times the things that we go through teach us patience. They teach us courage. They give us clarity about ourselves and about the world around us. They teach us how to better care for ourselves and in return be able to better care for the people that we love and the people that are in our lives. Embracing those lessons that have been learned. You know, in that song, Wilson Phillips, Break the Chains, that's a good one too. But in the Abel Hart song that I talked about earlier, in part of the song, it talks about hang in there because one of these days you're going to be the person on the other end of the phone telling somebody else, hang in there. It's going to be okay. I've been where you're at, but I made it and you can make it too. Please, if that's something that you're struggling with today, please go listen to that song. I mean, I can convey it to you, but how it's going to make you feel when you hear it, you'll be amazed. All right, intermission. If you hold on for one more day, hold on for one more day, things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. Talking about being patient. Talking about how it's coming. Just wait. Don't jump the gun. Or are you comfortable with the pain? Remember what I said earlier about if you're in a situation where you're in pain or you're being hurt? You got yourself into your own mess. Letting your worries pass you by. To change your mind. Oh, no. Yeah, there you go. Have the courage to do what's best for you. Just hold on for one more day. Every day that we wake up is a blessing. no matter what lies before us, no matter what that day holds. Just the fact that your eyes open every day, so many of us, we lose track of that. We get so caught up in everything about this world that we forget how precious every breath is. Every breath could be our last. And we get so consumed by where we're going and what we need to do and what we should do and what we've already done that we can't change, that we forget to embrace the now. I realize that we all have different struggles, you know, especially emotional struggles that kind of hold us back. But part of loving yourself is being able to see those and slowly working on them so that we can overcome them. No, it's not going to happen overnight. Any change that's going to last never happens in a snap. It takes time, it's a process. But if you don't actually start, then it'll never happen. You got to start somewhere, even if it's at the bottom. Okay, enough of that tangent. Let's see. Um, we're going to do two from this stack. We'll do the Enchanted Forest and the Nature Seasons. We'll start with the Enchanted Forest. How long have we been on here so far? 42:16. Okay. We got Fox strategy. Enjoy the power of your vision and long-term planning to bring your ideas to life. On the bottom of the deck, as we're getting started, water element, purification. Dive deep into your erosions, finding healing and renewal in the depths of your being. On the cut, as we're getting started. That's the second time that's happened. Chipmunk spirit, adventure. Copper, please get out of my room. Go on. Go. Uh-oh. It looks like there was a couple more flipped over. Mouse spirit, confidence, air, aspirations, fire, ignite change, jaguar, owl, unicorn, nature, stag. Okay, I didn't realize it was that many. I must have put one half in backwards. So let me fix this real quick. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize I was going to have such a hard time shuffling. I mean, I knew the Band-Aids were going to make it difficult, but I didn't know it was going to be this difficult. One more. We got dragon and air on the cut. Forest Spirit Oracle. Bat Spirit, Superpower, Miracle. We got Jaguar on the bottom of the deck. And Stag on the top of the deck. Superpower, Miracle. Soul Traveler, search for unknown powers that will bring you good luck. Stag Spirit, leadership. Stand tall as your true self and lead with confidence, integrity, and compassion. And Jaguar, choices. Glean wisdom from the past and fearlessly follow the path that resonates with your soul. Carrying those lessons that we've learned from those trials that we've been through, using that knowledge to make better choices. Sheryl Crow, Change on the radio. We got on Nature Spirits, Nature Seasons, we've got Expression and Release, Anger on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. That was not a good shuffle. Search for unknown powers that will bring you good luck. Maybe different skills that maybe you haven't tapped into. We all have things that, we don't necessarily consider it a skill or a talent because it just comes naturally to us. But to other people, it may not come so naturally. So sometimes we forget to appreciate those little superpowers we have. Whether you're a good artist, a good singer, maybe you're good at building things. Healing and release and challenges and growth. Flow and purification on the bottom of the deck. And illumination and completion, full moon on the top of the deck. We got sorrow, storm, water, and full moon. Full moon's been coming out quite a bit here lately. Healing and release. Sorrow is part of our emotions and also the beginning of healing. Allow yourself to feel and express sorrow. By releasing these emotions, you open up the healing power within you. Let go of the burden and give your heart the time it needs to heal. Challenges and growth. Storm. Storm brings challenges into your life. You may face significant obstacles, but these challenges will serve as opportunities for growth. Hold on, embrace the calm after the storm, and you will emerge stronger. I'm pretty sure that came up in the last video about the calm before the storm, or being the calm in the storm. That may not have been the last video, but that's come up recently. We've talked about that. All right. Flow and purification. Water. We also saw the water fairy in the Forest Spirit Oracle. You need to clear the emotional clutter and lighten your load. Take a moment to relax and soak in the flow of water. Whether through meditation or a soothing bath, allow your mind to heal and regenerate. Water has very healing power. Water has a lot of healing powers. That's why they poison our water. Illumination and completion. Full moon. Reflect on your achievements and give thanks for the growth and effort that brought you here. You may experience emotional release. This is a time to celebrate your results and let go of the past. Bam. Confirmation on everything we've already talked about here today. And all four of those cards. All right, now we're going to pull from the Herbal Astrology Oracle. I just want one of these because these have long messages. Maybe. Ginseng Magician is what flipped over in my hand. But chamomile, sage, and angel trumpet, inner peace, blessing, and death also fell out in a chunk. We're not going to keep those, but number 6, 9, and 46, death, blessing, and inner peace. But what actually flipped over in my hand was 40, ginseng magician. Master manifester, boundless energy, potential, resourcefulness, and expansion. Astrological ruler, Uranus and Jupiter. Ginseng provides longevity and creative energy within each person. The shape of the root resembles a human figure, symbolic of its deeply restorative effect on the body and mind. Ginseng is likely the most studied herb in modern day research, but long before North America was colonized, Native American peoples used ginseng in medicine. A group of spiritual leaders skilled in medicine used the root for pain relief and digestive troubles, to calm the spirit, and as a poultice to stance bleeding. The people of the Great Lakes region have used ginseng as an aphrodisiac, and in China, the hotter and more stimulating variety of ginseng has long been one of the most important herbs in traditional medicine. It is considered a life-prolonging cure-all. Like Uranus, ginseng's medicinal abilities are like a lightning bolt of pure life energy to the nervous system, reviving our innermost recesses. Jupiter's influence allows it to strengthen our vitality, immune system, and general life force. As a primary adaptogen, it has strong regulatory effects on our hormonal and endocrine systems, being a tonic herb that greatly calms and harmonizes the spirit. Another trait ginseng gets from Jupiter. Guidance. Ginseng, like the magician, embodies the wizardry and brilliance. You are a master manifester, and now is the time to sow the seeds of your dreams to bring your intentions to fruition. The tools, skills, and wisdom you've gathered have led you to this moment. Ginseng's unique signature trait reminds you to keep a clear vision, consistently unmotivated by ego, status, money, or vanity, to manifest a deeply powerful and creative light in alignment with your higher self. Ginseng reminds you not to fall into the trap of empty intentions. Just because of the obsessive focus on the end result. Deeply listen and realize to the wizard within, and act solely with intention and for the greater good. Wow, that was a strong message in itself. 47, skull cap, stillness on the bottom of the deck. Restoring your life force, taking the tools, the lessons, the knowledge that you've gained, and applying that knowledge to restore your own life force, going back to the sacral chakra well-being. I honor and respect my body by giving it what it deserves to thrive. I provide myself with the best food, exercise, water, relaxation, therapeutic treatments, and thoughts. All right, now let's see. I think we're going to do the Archangel of Fire Oracle tonight. We got Cassiel, number 4, on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. Metatron, 31 on the cut. Also Wizard Energy. One more. After this, we'll pull from the Mary Magdalene and we'll be done. Archangel of Fire Oracle. Metatron and Jehudiel. One to pop out. You got Sophia on the bottom of the deck when that happened. Azariel. Number 22. We did see 1122 in the angel number bunch that fell out. Water energy. Strong water energy today. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Emotional expression. You are naturally intuitive and deeply sensitive. Acknowledge and trust your emotions as they can act as a powerful compass. Bam. Listen to that intuition, guys. Patreon, Archangel of the Water, who rules over the planet Neptune. Like her Caribbean water goddess image in the oracle, she appears in shimmering watery robes, a crown of shells, and carrying a trident. Her colors are green, aqua, and blue. As the Archangel of Fire, she helps us connect with our deep emotions, creativity, dreams, and intuition. She can show us how to tap into our sensitive side and honor our thoughts, feelings, and inner guidance. Guiding the deep and often untapped recesses of your spirit, she can help you navigate the endless ocean of treasures life holds for you. She allows you to let go of fear and flow with the currents of experience, supporting you through any ups and downs. Once again, talking about experience. Also, talking about flow and purification. In front of our face, wait a minute. She reminds us that if we let go and let flow, we can open ourselves to the countless blessings in front of our face that may be obscured in the shaded rock pools of the shallows. Likewise, when we are afraid to wade into our own depths, she guides us into calmer seas. Like a sea anemone or hermit crab, with her, you can discern when you need to adopt your tough outer shell of protection or reveal the soft sweetness within. With her help, you can direct the power of Neptune's trident where it's truly needed. Abyss of abundance. All right, now we'll pull from Mary Magdalene and we'll be done. I hope if you've made it this far in the video that you've heard something that helped you or encouraged you in some way, shape, or form. We've got Remembering I Know Who I Am on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. Really, in reality, that's the reason I'm here, is to try to encourage, inspire, even just sympathize with anybody who needs that. One more. Mary, Mary, full of grace, what advice can you give us today? Heavenly Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, Ashe. The card that came out was the seventh power, Rage. Anger is information. Remember, we saw anger at the bottom of the deck from the Nature Seasons deck. So it found a way to come out. It has always felt significant to me that rage is the seventh power. Rage can be the most derailing force in our lives. But first, it's crucial to distinguish between the rage that brings destruction and the rage that brings clarity. The oppressive need to appear good is not to not express what we truly feel, forces many of us to stay stuck in the process of healing from trauma. There's a false narrative that to be spiritual, you have to be in some perpetual state of bliss or peace and never fall to the ground in a fit of rage. Being angry is human, and being human is holy. Anger is information. Anger informs us, connects us to our humanity, and reminds us of what we care most about in our lives. When we have been traumatized, there's a sacred rage that needs to be expressed in order for us to reclaim our voice. That form of rage is clarifying. It helps us begin to set boundaries as an act of love for ourselves. Clarifying, clarity. The difference between the rage that clarifies and the rage that destroys is that one is simply experienced directly and the other is acted on. Anger informs me, but love is what I let guide me when I'm ready to take action. At the end of Mary's gospel, after Mary has shared the teachings she learned from Christ directly from within her heart, Peter doesn't believe her. He doesn't believe Mary because she is a woman and was considered less worthy in rights and power in the first century Roman Empire. Peter's rage clouds his ability to hear the truth and what Mary has to teach them. Levi, one of the other disciples, confronts Peter and says, quote, "You are always ready to give way to your perpetual inclination to anger. And even now you are doing exactly that by questioning the woman as though you're her adversary." End quote. Referencing Mary chapter 10, verses 7 and 8. Peter is unable to see that it's rage that keeps him from wanting to believe Mary. The seventh power at work within him will silence and erase Mary's voice for almost 2 millennia. But as one of the 7 powers of the ego, even rage is not everlasting. Only love is. The soul voice meditation. What information is my anger revealing to me in this moment? So be patient with yourself. Take the time to understand your emotions and where they're coming from. And as always, be grateful for what you have, the big, the small, and the blessings yet to come. If you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, but you could possibly change their life, and you never know the impact it could have on yours. Be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time.